Yo, what is up? It's your boy Sutton Def. That is simply AS10, and you are watching the Purple Rain Podcast, episode 43, the Justice Hill episode. Hill like justice, yes sir. So listen, episode 43, draft is in 2 weeks, guys. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Justin Houston, he left Baltimore without a deal. Pain, anguish. It leaves us kind of wondering, okay, what are the Ravens going to do exactly at pass rush? Because draft is right around the corner, and I don't necessarily want us to have to go double edge or, double outside linebacker in the draft to try to get depth. Because right now, I mean, we're without Judon, we're without Ngakoue. We really don't have a true pass rusher. So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered nonetheless. But just real quick, just some housekeeping things before we go any further tonight. Make sure you guys go ahead and like that video. Go ahead, man, and just smash that like button while we have the chance here before we even get into anything. If you're not watching this live and you're watching the replay, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because the Purple Rain Podcast has a lot of Ravens /NFL /MMA /soccer /this/that content coming your way. So make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification button too to make sure you know every time we post a video and every time we go live. But before we get into anything else, Alex, how are you doing today, my man?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Arsenal won today. They're through to the semifinals of the Europa League. I know my guys that are Arsenal fans are happy as hell, just like me. It was easy. And what makes it better? They're a racist team. It was beautiful.
Are they really?
Yeah, a player just got suspended 10 matches for speaking some racist words towards another player. So it was beautiful. Took him down. Yikes. How was your day, though? How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. Man. My day was going good. I'm ready to talk some Ravens football, but I see the Rain Gang is in the house. We've got my guy J Prime in here. We've got my guy Rush. Rush is in the building. Big shout out to you, my man. Mod Rush, yes, sir. Void is in the building, always coming through, always supporting. Big shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining. Donovan Jennings is in the building. Click One is in the building. Living Legend is in the building. On God is in the building. Man, listen, KLA Sports is in here too. Zach George, Mod K-Dog is in the building. He says like the video. Y'all already know what's up. He knows what's good. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Casper215 is in the house. Smoke Gang says Rain Gang, what's good? What's good, Smoke Gang? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah. Cameron Nichols says what's good. What's up, man? Dylan Buse. I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation right, but thank you nonetheless for joining the live stream tonight. Thank all of you guys. Falu is in here. Snipe Gang Douglas is in here as well. And Tanja Bowman. Thank you guys all for joining tonight. Truly, we do appreciate you guys. Devon Johnson, I see you too. I don't like to miss anybody. But listen, man, just real quick. Again, if you're watching the replay of this and you're not watching live, this is another reason why you're going to want to make sure you catch the Purple Rain Podcast live. By this time, you guys know it's Mondays and Thursdays at either 7 or 8 o'clock. You can check our Instagram for all updates. And you said Instagram, right? Right above me up here. You can go ahead and pull out your camera phone, scan that QR code. It's going to take you exactly to our Instagram page, the official Purple Rain Podcast Instagram. All updates Purple Rain, all updates Ravens. Now, without any further ado, let's get into kind of, I guess, the most pressing news of the day. Before we get into that, we got a super chat donation. Our first one of the night comes from Asmodeus the Natos. Thank you so much for donating to the stream and to the channel, bro. We appreciate you every single time. We truly do. He says, y'all deserve a Whopper from KFC. Enjoy that fast food and keeping it real. Hashtag live goofy. Hashtag like scotch. I like scotch. Okay.
See, I don't know if you can see. I have a bowl of fruit right now.
Okay. What kind of fruit you eating?
It's a mix. We had some mangoes, some kiwi, some strawberry, and some pineapple, and what else? And grapes. So, okay. Stick to the healthy life. Come on. You know that.
Okay. I like that, Alex. I really do. I like that. Yeah.
Promoting healthy eating while watching the Purple Rain Podcast. It doesn't get much better.
Doesn't get much better than that.
And mangoes do be busting. I'm trying to hide it right now. I really am.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, guys, one more thing. If you guys want to be a part of the show, if you want to see your question, comment, concern be brought up onto the screen, you'll just have to be patient, bear with us because the chat moves a little bit quickly. And, we try to get everybody in there. But if you want prioritize, if you really want to see what you're talking about, you can send that super chat donation. And, of course, we're going to prioritize that. We're going to bring that on the screen. But nonetheless, all right. So Justin Houston left Baltimore without a deal.
Houston, we
How are
have a
you
problem.
feeling about it, simply?
We're putting compensatory picks over the winning right now. That's exactly what I got from it. Because if we really wanted him, he would be in black and purple. And we see you,
Yeah.
Andre. We see you.
Yeah.
We see you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I mean. If we wowed him, maybe he can wait till after May 2nd. But the Colts came out and said they have interest in him.
Yeah.
So it might be a bidding war between us and Indy, but I'm not too sure though. I mean, we haven't heard anything about it. So I am a little bit worried, but I'm not as worried because Melvin Ingram's still out there. Olivier Vernon's still out there. Alden Smith just went to the Seahawks today on a 1-year deal. So it's looking like whoever we sign is going to be a 1-year deal, to be honest. Clowney got 1 year. Kind of what the market's looking like right now. So I'm a little bit worried, but not too worried about it. But what about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, to your point, it's the year of the 1-year deal because, most teams right now are not trying to break the bank on players because of the COVID year. The cap's a little bit lower. So guys right now, they're taking those 1-year deals knowing that next year with the new TV deal that the NFL's gotten and everything like that, they're going to be able to cash in once again for another contract. So
They'll make
yeah,
it
man,
rain.
they will. Real quick, we have another super chat donation here coming from our guy Sis. Thank you for donating to the stream, and thank you for just joining the live stream tonight. We really do appreciate you. He says, "Fight Aaron Donald or the Ravens go 0-16. Which one you doing? Which one?"
Well, when we say fight, listen. I don't want to be.
Bro,
I don't
look,
wanna,
man.
I don't want to be the Browns. I don't want to be the Lions.
Come on,
That's
you
the
got to
type
take
of-
one for the team.
Yeah, probably gonna have to. It's just kind of like to cover yourself up. I'll just cover
Yeah,
yourself up.
it's like it's gonna be an L. Like it was gonna be an L regardless. It was always gonna be a loss.
I mean, have you seen that man with his shirt off? I mean, why would you even try to eat?
Exactly. I mean, just seeing him toss multiple grown men around on a football field, like he's handling 2 guys at one time, pushing both of them off of their feet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not the type of guy that you want to pick a fight with. But if there was the option, between either I fight Aaron Donald or if I don't, the Ravens go 0-16, I got to take one for the team every time, man. That just goes to show how much I love you guys, how much I love
Can you run
Ravens
away
folk.
though? Can you like get hit once and say? Because I mean, you lost, but you ran away unharmed. Unharmed a little bit, not unharmed.
I guess you're right about that. I don't know. That's a good question. We'll talk more about the whole Aaron Donald situation probably a little bit later. Yeah, let us know, Sis.
It's his comment. You give us a stipulation.
Yeah. Yeah, Casper215 says, I guess I'm gonna have to fight Aaron Donald then. Yeah, you gotta stand up for the Ravens, Yeah. On God says Ravens going 0-16, man. Fighting Aaron Donald is putting your soul on the line. I mean, hey, yeah, it goes both ways. We have another super chat donation in here coming from our guy Darius the Official. Thank you so much, my man. He says kids gotta eat. Yeah, he's so right about that.
Maybe fruit tonight. Maybe.
Maybe mangoes. He says next season going to be lit when fans come back for games. Hopefully Rain could link for one of the games. Love you guys. We love you too, Darius. Listen, we are fully planning on going to a Ravens game this season. When the schedule drops, I'm sure me and Alex are going to talk about it. And when we talk about it, we'll talk to you guys about it. And, we'll try to coordinate something so we can all link up. A Rain Gang meetup. That'll definitely happen for sure. Why not, right? Why not? I didn't even realize my guy Trust the Bank Ravens Media, those guys over there, big shout out to them. I just did a video with them not too long ago, a couple of days ago. Make sure you guys go subscribe to their channel as well. They come out with some really good Ravens content. It says Aaron Donald can catch these hands. I'm taking one for the team. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you all the way. Got to do it. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Oh, we got our guy Engraven Vids in the house. Everybody's here.
The whole family.
Everybody's here. Yeah, the whole fam is here. Big shout out to Engraven Videos and Team Keep It Clean. Make sure, if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to his channel as well. But Alex, let's get back to this whole Justin Houston situation and the pass rush. Like,
got sidetracked.
We got sidetracked a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. I see some of you guys in there talking about the Aaron Donald fighting him. We'll talk more about that in a little bit later, guys. But the topic at hand here is Justin Houston. He left Baltimore without a deal. Basically, we know that this happened because the Ravens don't want to give up that 4th-round compensatory pick. It seems like the philosophy of the Ravens is making them get in their own way sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Would you agree with me there?
I would 100% agree with you. Easily.
Yeah.
No doubt. No question.
Yeah, man. And I just want to kind of get you guys' opinions in the
Yeah.
chat. And if you're watching the replay of this video, put it in the comments. Do you agree with the Ravens waiting it out and just saying that, hey, this fourth round comp pick maybe could be our next Aaron Donald? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that is good for them to like bank on something like that? Or do you want them to just go out and get that proven pass rusher, that veteran on our defensive line? What do you think?
So I see I got Cam Newton here, and on a Monday, it was Monday. Me and him had a great conversation in the comment section. We agreed, give up that comp pick if it's a guy that can help you win now. Like right now, I mean, Houston needs a starter. We're not talking about a backup. We're not talking about, a fourth receiver, a backup edge rusher. We're talking about a starter, proven starter. So it's kind of getting annoying because look what the Browns are doing. And I hate to do this because I was clowning them, but they got clowning. They're going to lose the comp pick. Their defense is a lot better. Are we a lot better? I mean, let's just be honest. How much better we are from last year?
Yeah. Yeah.
On offense, we are. But on defense, and that's what we need to improve. So I say it's worth a fourth-round pick. I get we lost Judon Ngakoue, but, bro, you want to win now. Go all in.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, they're basically saying that, hey, we want this fourth round comp pick. So you're basically saying you want some kid from, I don't know, freaking Iowa, Northwestern State. I don't know. Some kid we're going to get in the fourth round. I don't know, maybe a safety, defensive tackle. Somebody. Are they going to make an immediate impact or a bigger impact than bringing in a Justin Houston right now? Yeah. And I see you guys in the chat are pretty much in agreement with us here. Our guy KLA Sports says the Ravens need to stop with this comp pick method. Draft capital is important, but we are a win now team. Get that man Justin Houston, man. Forget them comp picks. Yeah, I mean, we're in agreement there. We're in agreement there for sure.
And I just, it's not like it's gonna be a third round. I think it'll be a fourth round pick. We probably lose. We're gonna cancel out because we're getting 2 fourths from Judon and Ngakoue.
Right.
So you have 1 fourth.
Yeah.
I don't see what the issue is. And we're getting a third round pick next year for David Culley getting hired. So I'm trying to just kind of make sense of like why. I'm trying to see why they wouldn't do it, but it's just you're not losing that much at that point.
Right. Trust the Bank Ravens media basically agrees, says in general, I love the comp picks, but we need to win now. A fourth round rookie next year is not going to do much for us in the short term. And that's the thing, guys, like we and all of you guys are saying it. The APRO 123 says facts. We're in win now mode. You guys are absolutely right. We're in win now mode. Lamar is going to get his deal very soon. And once he does, you think money is tight now. Shoot. When Lamar gets his money,
you remember when, we were
man.
When we were scrapping for Mike Wallace, Jeremy Maclin, because we can only make veterans being cut. That's all we could sign. Get ready to do that again. Because I remember those days very well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying here about Tyler says, what if that comp pick could be our next star? Yes, but that star could probably take maybe 2-3 years to develop into a star.
Well, can I just bring up something real quick?
Go ahead,
Our
bro.
fourth round pick from last year, Ben Bredesen. When did he see the field? Oh, the game where everybody got hurt. Oh, and I didn't get hurt. They got infected with the virus.
Talk about it.
Oh, the year before, Justice Hill, Ben Powers. Ben Powers, yes, now is starting. Justice Hill, he was the 4th string running back.
Yeah.
The year before that, we can keep on going. Anthony Averett, Kenny Young, Jaleel Scott. Wow, 2 of those 3 people aren't even on the team anymore.
Now, do you think that it is at all possible that the Ravens do have a deal in place with Houston, but they're not letting anything get out? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like an under the table handshake. Like, hey, listen, gentleman's agreement, behind the scenes, off social media and all that. Like, hey, after the draft, we want to go ahead and sign you. So this is the deal. Are you cool with that? And are you willing to wait until May 3rd, May 4th in order for us to pick you up? That may be something that's happening.
It could. And that's just so Ravens. Let's be real. I mean, they probably would do something like that because they're trying to work around the system. We've done it before. We've done it again. So, and speaking of picks, did you see Kyer Vedvik got drafted 15th overall in the CFL draft? The old Ravens punter kicker. Yeah, that we traded a 5th round pick for. Yeah, then we flipped that into Marcus Peters and So, I'm looking more at our recent drafts. Like we've had some misses. I'll be honest. So is that pick really worth it? I mean, we can talk Broderick Washington. Is he even going to be on the team at this point? Geno Stone, I know we re-signed him, but is he going to be on the team? Dalen Mack, Greg Senat, Zach Sealer. Zach Sealer was a 7th-round pick 2018. He just signed an extension with the Dolphins.
Yeah. You're right about that. You're right about that. Real quick, our guy Mod Boz is in the building. Big shout out to you. Thank you for joining the stream tonight, bro. Our guy Click One is also in the house too. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. He says, we are the only team that cares about the damn comp pick, which aren't even guaranteed. Maybe that's why we always lose in disappointing fashion in the playoffs. It's like we don't know what win now means. Yeah. Well said. Very well said, Click One. I was speaking of losing in disappointing fashion in the playoffs. I've been spending a lot of time. I've spent probably the last 2 hours watching that Ravens versus Bills divisional round game. And just from what I saw, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later once we start our mock draft, because that's where it's going to get very controversial in terms of what the Ravens really, really need. But there's a lot of things. Or a lot of reasons why we lose in disappointing fashion in the playoffs.
Keep on going.
No, man. I mean, I was just gonna say, like, there's a lot of factors. There's not just one specific thing, you know. But it does feel like we're just a couple pieces away, which is why, like, why try to stockpile all these comp picks when you could be going out and getting a proven guy who can be that piece, who can be, you know, that situational player that makes that play that you need to swing the pendulum one way or another in a big playoff game, you know? And we really haven't had like that moment. We haven't really had that player make that play, especially on defense. And like I said, it gets a little bit controversial in terms of what the Ravens really, really need, the priorities of it all. But we'll get into that, guys. But what were you about to say?
If I'm going to be honest, that defense did everything they could in that game against Buffalo. The offense, I'm not going to say the word how I feel, but it was terrible. And I was watching the Derek Wolf interview on IG Live with the Ravens, and they were asking him his expectations, like Super Bowl. He's like, he felt the defense did all they could against the Bills. Gave up 10 points. He said the offense, you know, if they can put up 21 points, he said this, if they can put up 21 points, we'll win every game.
Right.
3 touchdowns. Derek, I mean, that reminds me of what Ray Lewis and Ned Reed would say. Like, just give a certain amount of points and we will win the game. That's all he's asking you for. It's not even hard to put up 3 touchdowns in today's NFL. So it was kind of a subtle shot at Greg Roman, I thought, and just the offense in general. Because you're going into Buffalo, their fans going crazy, and you only give up 10 points on the defense. Against Diggs, I mean, their offense was crazy last year. That just did not sit right with me, and just the offense in general has to step it up in the playoffs because it has just been pathetic what we have been having to watch.
Yeah. And in the playoffs, like I said, I just went back and watched that, or at least the first half. I'm really dissecting that game because I find it very fascinating. If you haven't watched the replay of that game, I would recommend go back and watch it, man, because it really opens your eyes to exactly what the Ravens need in order to succeed. Last season, we went ahead and we bolstered up our run defense, so Derrick Henry and the Titans wouldn't run all over us. The next step.
Bills
right, exactly.
They couldn't get a yard on us, it seemed like.
They couldn't run at all. You know what I mean? But the next step is going against a high-flying offense like the Bills or like the Chiefs. And when they go 5 wide and our receivers, that puts a lot of pressure on our receivers if we can't generate pressure. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of reasons why, you know, we've lost playoff games in the past. But again, if you really want to know what the Ravens are doing wrong or where they need to get better, watch those playoff losses. Yeah. Watch that divisional game against the Bills. You'll really need to see it. You'll really see it. But
I'll be honest, the only touchdown the Bills scored was just terrible communication on the Ravens side. We had 2 corners lined up when they had trips to the left. And even that, so like that was just idiotic and just a mental error. And you cut that out, you make that 3 points, it's a whole different game. And like to the pick 6 too, because the offensive line forgot how to block. Well, that's a whole different story. But yeah, so I have to rewatch that. I've watched it already a couple of times, but I have to rewatch it and look more in depth.
For me, on offense, there were 2 really big problems. Or 3, I would say. One, we were very predictable, and that's, you know, the elephant in the room. TTB Ravens media says it here. Ravens need Greg Roman gone. Yeah, we were pretty predictable in that game. Number 2, we weren't winning on first down nearly enough. Now, the Ravens offense is predicated on, okay, win first down, it's all about down and distance, right? Get into a second and short situation. And once you get into like a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, you really, as a defensive coordinator, you really have no idea what that Ravens offense is going to throw at you next, right? Like, Lamar could take it himself. Lamar could move the pocket, suck the defense in, and then hit Hollywood over the top. Any of those things could happen. But we just weren't winning enough on first down to put us in those situations. It will be 1st and 10. Lamar gets sacked. Now it's 1st and 12, 1st and 15, you know what I mean? And, just stuff like that. Illegal formation, delay game, things like that. Penalties. That was another thing, too. That was the second thing or the third thing. I don't know if I said both already. But, yeah, there was a lot of different reasons. But, yeah, let's see what else you guys are saying here in the chat before we go ahead and move on into our mock draft. Let's see. Also, another thing too, our route concepts in that game were very, very elementary, and that's another thing that Ravens fans, we already know. It just didn't look good at all. So, the hope is Keith Williams, T. Martin, those guys will revitalize the passing game, and so on and so forth. I see KLA Sports says, what we talking about? Well, we're about to get into our mock draft, KLA. But let me see what else the Rain Gang says here. I got Cam Neal says we're always a few key pieces away. And until we get a real offensive mind, our offense will always rely on managing the sticks.
Yep. And we shot ourselves in the foot that game. Like I said, if a big key is if we can get to the line of scrimmage at least 10 seconds on the play clock, we'll be such a better team all around. We cannot be getting there with 5 seconds left because we have somebody go in motion or we just hurried up all the time. And it's just so much. So we need to and that's always been the issue with Greg Roman's offense. So we get there with such little time, and there's no way for Lamar to read the defense, pre-snap if he wants to send somebody. So that too, it just needs to be fixed. But hopefully we can get that fixed off.
On top of the fact that, the center was snapping the ball all over the place and Lamar Jackson has to guess, okay, is the ball going to my left? Is it going out wide to my right? Or should I try to look over my head and catch it and then make my reads? You know what I mean? Instead of knowing, okay, the ball's going to be here. It's going to be consistent. I know before I even really catch the ball, I can really just look up and start making my reads, The more time you have as a quarterback to read the defense, the better, And like I say before, I always say it here on this podcast, every snap starts with the center, and as obvious as that may sound, that's super important, man, because without the center, if he doesn't do his job correctly and consistently, those plays are going to be busted over and over again, and the offense just isn't going to run how you want it to run. So center's another position in need for sure. Unknown Goat says, yo, Rain Gang, I am back. Shout out to you, Unknown Goat. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Tyler says it here. It was hard when Makari kept snapping the ball 50 feet in the air. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then he had to go and chase it. And then the end zone play. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Threw it away. He risked his body for the team right there. Threw it away, saved the fumble.
Yeah, Mark Lopez asks a question here. Says, if we are predictable next year, do you see Greg Roman having another year? No. I don't see Greg Roman getting a full year.
He has to be perfect at this point.
Sure, y'all know my take on it, man. 4 games. If the offense does not look like it's formed a new identity, quote unquote, and just in terms of forge, you know what I mean? If we go ahead and we take care of our interior O line and right tackle in the draft, and we come out, there's no excuses. We've seen Lamar make really good throws. We know he's capable of doing it. Can we put him in the right position to succeed passing the football and just having a more well-rounded offense? We'll see. But if it doesn't happen, I think that Greg Roman's going to be on a very short leash, and he could be out of here. Yeah. But one thing, guys, we are at about 74 people watching live right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this fabulous Thursday night. And if you're watching the replay of it, hello. Thank you guys for watching as well. And now we're going to go ahead and get into our mock draft. Is that okay with you, Alex?
Of course. Let's do it.
All right, guys. So basically how this is going to work, we're going to do a 2-round mock. We're going to do about a 2-round mock because past round 2 or 3, it gets a little bit dicey. Don't really know, a whole lot about those guys down there that are that low. So we just want to really see what the mock draft is looking like in the first couple rounds or so. And basically how this is going to work is every time the Ravens are up to pick, Alex and I, we will each pick a player that's available. And you guys will choose between those two players which one that we go with. So everybody's truly going to be getting input. If you're watching the replay of this video, comment down below your draft grades for us. Do you think that we're making the right moves? Like, who do you think we should have picked up? Who do you think was a good pick? Who do you think wasn't a good pick? Let us know down below in the comment section if you're watching the replay of this. Real quick before we get into that, Ron TV says like the video. Yeah, he's right about that. Like the video. Tell him what happens if we don't like the video, Alex.
The little ones. The little ones, the boys and the girls, the little ones, they won't have anything in their stomach. I mean, look, this is empty. Empty. It's not going to them. Yeah. So, unless they want to eat, there has to be some likes on the video. I don't make the rules. I really don't. I don't.
Yeah. Listen, like he said, man, we don't make the rules. You got to like the video or the kids won't eat, man. And that's a promise. That's a promise. So make sure you guys go ahead and like that video.
Breadcrumbs if they're lucky.
Yeah. And like I said, man, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,300 subscribers currently. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. But now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get into our mock draft. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys here. There we go. So this is our mock draft simulator courtesy of Pro Football Network. Big shout out to them. I've been using their website a lot lately for, draft players and just learning about different guys and stuff like that. So big shout out to profootballnetwork.com. But this is going to be our draft simulator. You see, we're going to go ahead and select Ravens. We're doing a 2-round mock here. We're going to do it at normal draft speed. Now, teams can, offer us trades and things like that within this draft simulator as well. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So sit back, relax. If you're watching the live, make sure you comment live what you think that we should do. If you're not watching live, you're watching the replay, again, make sure you comment down below your thoughts. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see here. So this is what it looks like. Pretty much. You can see everything okay, Alex, right? Everything looks good? Yes. All right, cool. So you guys see on the left here, basically the draft board, who's going on the draft board. And on the right, you can see the available players, and we can kind of see who's available on offense, by position as well, defense, and special teams. Now, if we click here in the middle, we can see team needs. Now, Alex, how well can you see that? Can you see it okay, or is it kind of small?
Thankfully, my vision's actually good, but for those who don't, I can see it. I don't think anybody. Actually, let me check. Let me pull it up because no, it's hard to see. But if you want us to ask, we can just say what it says. So I know for the Ravens, edge, wide receiver, and offensive tackle, I believe.
Yeah. So edge, wide receiver, offensive tackle, and safety are deemed the 4 biggest needs for the Baltimore Ravens. And then you can see kind of like the rest of the AFC North, which I also found interesting. The Bengals, they're needing an offensive tackle, wide receiver. They need a guard, tight end, and defensive tackle. And the Browns, they need edge, linebacker, wide receiver, defensive tackle. And the Steelers, they need center, tight end, running back, cornerback, and edge. So there's some needs for sure, to say the least, in the AFC North. But the AFC North is a tough division, so everybody's going to have to draft well. Everybody's going to have to be on their P's and Q's. It's going to be a very interesting draft. Speaking of draft, the real draft, not this draft, the real draft. 2 weeks. 14 days on the dot from the day that we're recording this. Listen, guys, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to the Purple Rain Podcast channel, because the night of the draft, we will be going live. And you guys will be, experiencing the draft with us. So make sure if you want to, experience the NFL draft with us, see who the Ravens pick with us live on air, you can do that. We will be here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. All right. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and kick off this draft here. So top 10 right off the bat, you see Trevor Lawrence goes, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Penei Sewell. Real quick, let's look at this top 6.
Okay.
Let's look at this top 6 right here.
Oh, wow.
Does anything jump out to you so far?
The fact that Kyle Pitts wasn't the first non-quarterback taken, to be honest.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. I think he's going number 4. I think he has to. Can you imagine Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts? That's dirty.
Yeah, man. Hayden Hurst, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley. Oh my goodness, Jesus, man. Yeah, that would be very dangerous. And Matt Ryan is the most paid player on their team by a long shot. They need to basically get the best out of his contract. And I think the way to do that is getting a Kyle Pitts, get him another weapon, basically make that offense unguardable. you know,
Yeah.
and just let Matt Ryan throw it all over the yard. But we'll see what they do. They may still trade out of that spot. You never know. But another thing of interest here, you see the Bengals, our division rival, they pick up Jamar Chase with this pick.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
They're building LSU. They just got Thad Moss on the waivers from Washington. I mean, they're just going to build LSU in the NFL. So I like that pick a lot. If I'm a Bengals fan, I'm loving Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Now, what I don't understand here is I see Jalen Waddle is picked before Devontae Smith and also Kyle Pitts. Now, I know the Dolphins have Mike Gesicki. But if you're Miami, do you pass up on a Kyle Pitts? Just like
kind of hard. I don't think you do.
I don't think you do either.
I don't think you do.
You want like that big security blanket for Tua, because Tua, he's shown in his first season, there was a video that was released yesterday on Twitter of Tua just throwing really bad passes and things like that.
Slave ducks. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, the point is basically Tua Tagovailoa, he still needs time. He still needs more pieces around him. He needs a lot of help, basically. And what better help could you get him other than a Kyle Pitts? Jalen Waddle, a security blanket. Yeah, like a Kyle Pitts, who he's basically a wide receiver tight end combo. He's a 2-in-1. He's a 2-in-1 package, basically. Instead of getting a Jalen Waddle, like a speedy receiver, can take the top off of defense. That's great, but, you know, Tua's not always going to have that type of time to throw. So I don't really understand that pick, but we'll go ahead and keep it moving here. So we see Trey Lance goes to Detroit. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Kyle Pitts dropping to 11? Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. We'll go ahead and stop it there. So Kyle Pitts going to New York, the Giants. Can you imagine Kyle Pitts falling this low in the draft?
Yeah, unless like a video, you know, a Laramie Tunsil part 2, but
yeah.
Wow.
That is kind of crazy, though. Very interesting. And guys, of course, this is just a mock draft, so this isn't exactly what's going to happen on draft night. But these are things that very well could happen. We've seen guys slip and fall in the draft before. So, you know, don't count these moves out completely. But we'll go ahead and keep it moving here. So we have Micah Parsons, Elijah Garrett Tucker.
Oh, back aside.
Ooh,
wow.
So, yeah, you can see right there. Oh, man. What really sticks out to me? What actually, you know what? I want to get your opinion, Alex. Okay, what really sticks out to you right here?
The fact that Bateman went that early.
Yeah.
And the fact that those two edge rushers. Why would Washington take Azeez Ojulari? I'm so you have Chase Young, Montez Sweat. I'm so confused right now. I don't get why that doesn't sit right with me.
But I don't know though, man. They may be looking to move off of Ryan Kerrigan. Get that contract off the books. They're bringing a cheaper guy.
It's 23 and Devonta Smith is still there. If I'm the Ravens, I'm trading up to 23. I honestly would do that.
At this point, you're getting on the phone with the Jets?
Yes. Listen, because the Jets love taking our old players. Give them one of our bums that they want. High, take them. You get our 27, we get our 23. Throw you a third-round pick, next year's third-round pick for Cully.
Yeah.
And then get that Devonta Smith if he is there at 23.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could propose a trade in here. See, this mock draft simulator, it lets you propose trades to teams. Now, of course, we can't trade players in here.
Yeah,
but we can trade picks. But I don't know. I think I feel like
if Devonta Smith is there, bro.
TTV Ravens Media says offer Greg Roman in the trade.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, man. I see some of you guys saying this draft is dumb or the draft is broken. Listen, guys, I actually ran this same simulator, like multiple times today, and it came with like different results, like slightly different results every time, which really surprised me. Like one of them had Kyle Pitts going at number 4. You know, so this is just.
Was there any of them that didn't have Trevor Lawrence number 1?
No.
Okay, no. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the real, basic ones. Those are there. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and then the rest is kind of, okay. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and keep going. We're still not even at the Ravens' first pick, but Rashad Bateman is off the board, and so is Azeez Ojulari. Those are two huge names there. Also Joseph Asai as well. But let's go ahead and keep going. So Creed Humphrey's also off the board. Now Devontae Smith goes, Najee Harris. So we have an offer. We have trade offers here.
Okay.
I know, I know. So just real quick, the Saints are offering us a trade. They want pick number 27 and pick number 104, and we'll take their 28 and 60. So there's a guy that they really want, obviously. There's a guy that they really want at 27 if they're willing to swap picks 27 and 28, which is very interesting to me. So we'll go ahead and look at the next trade offer, though. So Washington, they want to trade with us as well. They want that number 27 pick after they just stole Azeez Ojulari from us. And they're going to give us pick number 51, and we'll have 58 as well. And we're going to also get 2022 second and a third round pick. How do you guys feel about those two trade offers? How do you feel about it, Alex?
I would take the Saints one because
Really?
just for this aspect, we get another second round pick, so we can kind of like be more interactive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'd say the Saints one.
So you want to take it? You don't want to? You don't want to?
And I'm looking at who's available. I mean, we got Terrace
Yeah.
Marshall
Let's
Jr.,
look at let's look at
some
who's
edge
available.
rushers. I mean, and for me, I see Trayvon Mulrig from TCU, who I actually fell in love with this past week.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely would take, because if they take somebody cool, there's all these other people there. I'm fine with that.
Man, I see Trayvon Moehrig. I see Jason Oweh. I see Gregory Rousseau, Terrace Marshall, Jalen Phillips. I don't know if we trade down from here, man. I think we got to get somebody right here. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. Yeah, let us know in the chat. Do you guys want us to trade down here, or do you guys think that we should make a pick right here? What do you guys think that we do? Let's see what we've got in here. And make sure if you're watching the replay of this right now, take this time to comment down below. Do you think that the Ravens should trade out of the first round in order to get more draft capital on the back end? But let's see what we've got here from you guys in the live. K-Dog says trade with the Saints. Okay. Trade with the Saints. Dami Adeleke, I think, says get Terrace Marshall. I'm with you, Dami. I'm with you. D Money says trade and take Phillips. Okay. Let's see. Ravens Media says Saints are just one pick back, so we'll get one of the studs. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm cool with the Saints, and like I said, just for the sake of this, we'll have another pick to just talk about the rain game. Second round pick.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and trade with the Saints. We're gonna go ahead and do that.
I'm cool.
We're gonna do that. Okay, cool. I see some of you guys are saying stay put. A lot of you guys trade with Saints. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and trade with the Saints and see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and do that.
I'm still the fact Creed Humphrey went 23. Devonta Smith to the Steelers. Oh,
that is crazy though. Look at that.
That's
though.
dirty.
That is. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's going all in
for Ben's final year, probably.
I know. That's what it looks like. And then you see the Browns get offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins, which is a really good pickup as well. You know, it's a really good pickup. So, but we're going to go ahead and accept this trade offer from the Saints. So they get our 27th, and they go with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker out of Notre Dame.
We just got an extra pick and traded with a third or a fourth. I'm so cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Definitely cool with that. Now we have 3 more trade offers. We see the Lions are offering pick number 41 and a 2022 second for our 28 here, and pick number 210. There's also the Chargers, who are offering pick number 47, number 77, and the 2022 second round pick for our 28 and our 131. And then we have the LA Rams, your second home, Alex. So they're offering us pick number 57, pick number 88, and the 2022 second rounder for our 28 and our 210. Do you like any of those trade offers, Alex?
I think we should pick right now.
We should pick. Yeah, I think we should pick too. All right, so in terms of who's available as of right now, so we have it all. So this is basically best player available. Travis Etienne is up top. Of course, we don't need a running back though, so we got to look at what's left. So, and here's where the controversy starts, guys. Here's where it starts. What is the biggest need right now for the Ravens? What do we need to go with first in the draft? Is it edge or is it receiver? I think we can get it boiled down to those two, right?
Yes, easily.
Right, easily. So I want to get you guys' opinion on this. If you're watching live, comment. If you're watching after as well, comment down below. Excuse me. What do you guys think that we should do? Should we go edge or should we go wide receiver with the Ravens' first round pick? Edge or wide receiver?
Void says take Etienne for the culture. No, that's not happening. So you would what, this maybe convert him to a receiver? I mean, we'll have another running back.
Right.
Oh man, this is hard because I really want to say Terrace Marshall Jr. But
Yeah, I know, right? It's
heart
so
says Terrace
tough.
Marshall Jr. Heart says it. The mind is saying it too
Mm,
because look how many edge rushers are still available.
yeah,
And think
you're.
about it, we have a 60th pick now. If there's somebody there we like, we can trade now. We
We
have
have
some
number
picks.
58 and 60.
Yeah.
So you think we go with our wide receiver here and just go with the edge rusher guys later?
I see Tyler Sugar. It says Gregory Rousseau is a steal. How much of a steal we talking about?
How much of a
Talking.
steal? Now, in terms of what we need more, though, that's the question. That's the
Yeah.
question, guys. What do we need more? Is it a wide receiver for Lamar to have line up on the outside and on third and whatever? He can rely on him to get open and get him the football. Or is it an edge rusher who's going to, make a Josh Allen, make a Patrick Mahomes comfortable, throw them off their base, get them, improvising and things like that, and actually finish a play with a sack? Which one do we need more? Which one are we valuing more right now? For me, and I know I've said this a lot, guys, I kind of go back and forth on it, but like I said, I just got done watching the divisional loss to the Bills, man, and I really think we need to go edge right here. I think we really need that edge rusher. I think all of the guys that we really want by the time we get to pick number 58 will be off the board. And if we don't have Justin Houston or Melvin Ingram signed to the roster by that time, we're going to be in some bad shape when it comes to edge rusher. So we got to choose wisely here. We got to choose wisely.
For me,
But yeah,
I'm looking at some teams, looking at what they did. I'm looking at the Bills, Stephon Diggs. I'm looking at the Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins. I'm looking at the Ravens. He drops. He's there. Terrace Marshall Jr. Here's why this is completely different. The last time we got a receiver in the first round was Brashad Perryman. Who was
okay,
around him?
yeah,
Here I'm looking at, we have Watkins, Marquise Brown ahead of him. He's going to be the third wide receiver. I like that a lot. I'm going Terrace Marshall Jr. I got
going
to.
Team J.
I'm going to, and I thought he would have been first over Bateman. I am just experiencing deja vu to last year when I wanted Kenneth Murray, and he went before Patrick Queen. I got to
Yeah.
go with Terrace Marshall Jr.
Okay. I like that. I like that. See, my thing is, like I said, I want edge because I really think that we need a guy where when it's a four-man rush, five-man rush, we need a guy who's going to win his one-on-one matchup, get after the quarterback, throw them off their base, and basically just throw the whole playoff schedule. If we can get a guy like that, because in the Bills game, we really didn't have that. We didn't have that at all. We had times where we had Pernell McPhee rushing the edge, and Josh Allen just had all day long to throw.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I really think that all you guys who are saying wide receiver, you included, Alex,
Yep.
you might want to think twice about it because edge rusher is our biggest need. It's not like our second biggest need. It is clearly our
It is our
biggest need.
It is our
Yeah.
biggest need, but I'm looking at it right now. You got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Why should he want to stay here if he doesn't have anybody to throw to? What have we done to say we're building around you? Sign Sammy Watkins? How many games is he going to play this year? 10 maximum.
I don't know, man. We get a good edge rusher. He turns into a star, and he's the type of guy who can turn the ball over for us and put Lamar Jackson in better situations, better spots. That's helping Lamar, right? If we can turn the ball over more, we don't get a lot of interceptions. We don't get a lot of sacks. That's not good. That's not a good thing. If we can turn the football over some more and give Lamar Jackson more opportunities, better field position, I feel like that would work wonders for us. And you got to think as well, Alex. We just brought in Keith Williams. We just brought in T. Martin. We can work with what we have, I think.
Okay.
I think we can work with the Sammy Watkins, the Hollywood Brown. Like I said, I was just watching that divisional Bills game. Hollywood Brown is crazy good. He's really good. He could be our number one receiver. I think he could be. I really do. Did you see the contested catches he was making in that game? He made one or two. He made a
did.
couple.
I want to
Yeah,
ask you a question.
yeah, go ahead.
Defund the defense. You always say it. And now here we
Yeah.
are. Here we are now. Here we
Yeah.
are.
You're right.
Here we
You're right
are.
about that, man. You're right about
And
that.
I
man.
think as fans, I really want to say edge, but we got to build around Lamar. Because I'm thinking now, why does he want to resign here? What have we done for him? Nothing.
Yeah.
That's just if it was anybody else at quarterback, I'm going edge. But the fact that we haven't done anything to help this offense out, I got to go TMJ. I have
Okay.
to. I have to. So
Okay.
we can let the Rain Gang decide, but it's just. And there's
I
so
see.
many. There's
Yeah.
edge rushers there still. I think Owe is going to drop. I think we'll be able to get him at 58 possibly. I don't even.
Okay. I see most of you guys are saying Terrace Marshall. Real quick, we got a super chat donation coming from KLA Sports. Big shout out to you, my man. Thank you so much for donating to the stream. He comes in here all the time supporting us. So big shout out to KLA Sports. He says, get Phillips and De'Ami Brown round 2. Okay. Jalen Phillips and De'Ami Brown round 2. I know KLA Sports is really, really high on De'Ami Brown. So he's thinking we should go Jalen Phillips here. But the general consensus seems to see that,
Let's do it again. We can ask right now, and I'll try to count it up. We can get a poll going.
Yeah, let's do a live poll. Do we go Terrace Marshall or do we go Edge?
If you want Terrace Marshall, put it in the chat right now.
Yeah.
We'll go that first, and we can count that up, and then after that, we can count up the Edge, and then we can talk about the Edge.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. The chat's moving really, really fast tonight, guys. So I'm sorry if I don't bring up your question, comment, or concern on the screen so soon. But let's see what we have for this live poll here. See, anonymous Terrace Marshall, TMJ, Terrace Marshall. It's too easy, says King. Shout out to King for joining the live stream tonight, man. He says TMJ is too easy. Marshall. Wow, we're getting overwhelming, votes for Marshall for sure. I like this.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. I see some for Gregory. Philip says Jordan. Okay. Make sure you guys are commenting down below. If you're not watching this live, comment down below. Do you think that the Ravens go Terrace Marshall or whatever other?
It's our pick right now. They're hating us at NFL headquarters. They're like, why are they taking so long to pick?
Oh yeah. Luckily, this is a mock, right? And luckily, we're not all GMs, because when you're on the clock, you can imagine how much of a war room it really is. When teams are on the clock. Just look at us right now. Everybody's like, no T Marsh, no Edge. It's a steal. It's crazy. Back and forth. Yeah, it's amazing, guys.
I'll be honest. If Azeez Ojulari was there, I'm probably going to say him. But yeah, I gotta go.
I probably would too. I think the biggest, most of you guys are saying Terrace Marshall. So we'll go with Terrace Marshall. I do like Alex's point. There are a lot of edge rushers left in this draft. So maybe one of those guys could fall to pick number 58 and we can pick them there. So we're going to go with T Marsh. Here. And we're going to see what happens after that. So Terrace Marshall Jr., we will add him. And just real quick, it shows like his positives and his negatives and things like that in here as well. Basically, nice size receiver who flashes dominance, comes with a large upside, smooth off the line of scrimmage, fires into routes and stays low on exit, extends his hands to make the reception away from his frame. That's very important. He has a big catch radius, and he adjusts to the errant throw, which is also very important because, Lamar Jackson, he's not going to be pinpoint accurate, 100% accurate every single time. Sometimes those receivers, they got to make a play and adjust to the football. So these are all really good, traits, characteristics from, Terrace Marshall Jr., something that you would want to see in a Ravens wide receiver. You agree, Alex?
100%. And then, like I said before, see people saying we're a run first offense.
Yeah.
The running hasn't won us a Super Bowl. It's won us one damn playoff game. We're at the point that, and I want to see him develop with these coaches because you don't know what he could be. These coaches work with the best of the best. So I just feel as the fans and as an offense, you got to start helping out Lamar. I know we took Hollywood Brown, but what have we done to help him out too? I mean, this could help him out. So
yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and take Terrace Marshall and see what else happens here. So we draft Terrace Marshall.
And look at that. We're now in the. Oh, there goes Gregory Rousseau.
There goes Gregory. Jason Owe is gone. Trevin Moehrig. Jalen Phillips is gone. Ooh, Alec. Yeah. Carlos Basham is gone. Ooh. Yeah, man.
I like Rondale Moore. I'm a big fan of Rondale Moore.
So the Chiefs.
Reject. I'm not making any business. Nope, reject that.
Not doing business with the Chiefs. I got you there. So see, the Texans, they want pick number 58 for pick number 67 and a 2022 third rounder.
No, I mean, just for the sake of the draft, there's really they can. Yeah. Cully stay there.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so let's see who we have available. Let's see who's available.
Oh, Asante Samuel Jr.
But we don't need corner. That's
Bro,
the thing. We don't
we
need
have the
corner.
60th pick. We have for the 60th. I know
Oh,
we can take
we
it.
do.
I'm definitely one edge here, but at some point BPA. At
Okay,
some point.
BPA. Kayla
But
Sports Guy, Deami Brown is still there, but of course we just took Terrace Marshall, so we're not going to go another receiver. Let's take a look at who's
yeah,
on
yeah.
defense specifically.
Okay.
So defense, if we look at edge specifically, because that's what we probably need to go with next. Are there any names in here that you guys see that the Ravens could probably pick up at this spot?
I think of Ronnie Perkins. Honestly.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
that's the only one that really rings a bell to me. I really wanted. I thought Basham was going to drop.
Let's see real quick here. We got a super chat donation coming from our guy, our personal friend here. Gerald Lawson again comes back
I
again.
told
He
him,
says,
we're cutting it off.
a big shout out to Gerald, man. Always coming through, always supporting, always donating, man. He's amazing. He truly is. We really do appreciate you, my man. He says, sudden death, you convinced me with the edge rusher. Yeah, man, it's very important. It's very, very important, man. If we can't get these Josh Allens and these Baker Mayfields and these Joe Burrows and these Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable and off their rocker, they're going to throw all over us, man. I don't care how good our secondary is.
And I'll be honest, I don't think Terrace Marshall Jr. is getting to 28, 27 even. He's not getting there. So this is just all for but if he was there, I'd say take him.
But it's crazy, though. A lot of mocks do have him falling that low.
Oh, yeah. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
So I see people saying Perkins, Ronnie Perkins all day. Perkins.
Okay.
You feeling Perkins? I mean, listen. Oklahoma, EDC has loved his Oklahoma boys. They haven't let us down.
Okay. Let's go ahead and read his profile here. It says positives, Ronnie Perkins, edge out of Oklahoma. He's a 3-year starter who is a game-impacting defender, plays with excellent pad level and balance, and is rarely off his feet. Fast off the edge, slices through double-team blocks, and easily changes direction or immediately alters his angle of attack. Keeps his feet moving, works his hands, and covers a tremendous amount of area on the field. He's explosive, very sudden, and has a closing burst bearing down on quarterbacks. That's very good. We like that. We don't need almost. We need guys who can get to the quarterback. He says works his hands to protect himself, plays off blocks from tight ends, and gives efforts defending the run, easily exploits immobile tackles, and constantly disrupts the action behind the line of scrimmage, gives effort and stays with assignments, displays speed pursuing the action laterally. So yeah, it's pretty high praise. An explosive guy who he has burst getting to the quarterback, which means he finishes plays. He takes good angles. He slices through double team blocks. That's really good as well. If he's slicing through a double team block, that means he's probably getting some good interior pressure, which is something that is really good against those younger quarterbacks as well. We need that too.
We have people get double team and just don't even work. So
yeah. The negatives here says he lacks great size to play defensive end. He may be a liability against the run at the next level. Potential character issues must be checked out. Okay, that's a red flag. But
I also see people saying Joe Tyron from Washington as well.
Okay. Yeah, Joe Tyron or Joe Tryon from Washington, edge rusher, positives, full-time starter as a sophomore 2019 before he opted out in 2020. Potentially an explosive pass rusher with a large upside. He's quick off the snap, plays with proper pad level, and gets leverage on opponents. Occasionally stands over tackle, and he breaks down really well. He's rarely off his feet, easily changes direction, and plays with good balance. He's quick and fluid if he's asked to twist or stunt, moves well about the field, effectively uses his hands, and bends off the edge, rushing the passer. Yeah, you definitely want somebody who's good with their hands, and he bends off the edge. That's kind of like what Judon was for us on his plays where he was rushing the quarterback. He was good with his hands. He took good angles. He would bend around. Sometimes he would get there. A lot of times he wouldn't, but he would get a good amount of pressures too. But I feel like Joe Tryon, you can't go wrong with either of these guys, right?
No.
But I feel like the more upside is going to come from Ronnie Perkins, if you ask me.
Yeah, I see people asking, can we look at center as well? Just see what's
Center.
there.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at that. Real quick, our guy Michael the Hawks fan is in the building. Big shout out to you, Michael. Thank you for coming through the live stream tonight. Ewok Plays comes in with another super chat donation. Thank you so much. Says hot take: Lamar will get an extension. When do you think that's going to happen?
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know the details.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. TTB Ravens Media says, look at center. These defensive ends don't fit us very well. They're more 4-3 guys. Listen, I trust the bank Ravens Media. They come out with daily Ravens content. So I know my guys over there are doing big research on a lot of these draft prospects. So he says, look at center. Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. If we don't take somebody here, are we going to be stuck with Jalen Ferguson again for a whole other year and Pernell McPhee? And if we don't have anybody signed at this point,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is what I'm worried about too.
Let's see who's left at center. Center, it looks like the best player available is Josh Myers at Ohio State.
Okay.
Explosive blocker at the pivot who displays terrific strength in his game. Fires off the snap, turns defenders from the line and keeps his feet moving, gets movement, run blocking, fires out to the second level. That's good. I like that. Steals linebackers from the action, anchors in pass protection, gets a shoulder on defenders, takes them from their angles off the attack. I'm going to see negative, stiff, and he doesn't play like a nimble or overly athletic blocker, struggles to adjust. I guess with all these guys, you're going to get some positives, you're going to get some negatives, some pros and cons everywhere. But I like the fact, Ohio State played in a tough conference there. He's been playing against, NFL level talent already. And that's just what you want. Just a guy who has experience playing against guys who are probably going to that next level, right?
I'm not too sold on him, I'll be honest.
Not sold?
Struggles to adjust. So did Patrick McCarry in that Bills game. It was way too loud
Good point.
So.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. I'm glad you remember it too. Lovely.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. TTB Ravens Media says Quinn Miners is a massive stud. Very good sleeper. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Our guy Hoodie Ramey is in the building as well. What's good, bro? We gotta play some Warzone. Me, you, Alex, maybe our guy Rush, and Mod Rush is still in here. We gotta link up, play some Warzone. But let's see. Getting back to it here. What do we do, Alex? What do we do here?
I think you got to go edge. You got to go defense here.
Got to go defense. Edge. Okay. I mean,
and
so
I know
far,
who I want at pick 60 since we traded that. I know exactly who I want. I'm saying we got to go edge here.
Yeah.
At 60, we're taking Asante Samuel Jr. BPA. I just feel it's perfect.
Do you say Ronnie Perkins? Oklahoma?
Yes, Oklahoma boy. Can't go wrong.
Oklahoma boy. Okay. We'll go Ronnie Perkins here. We need an edge. I've said it before. We need a younger guy. Hopefully we can still bring in a veteran. Maybe after the draft, we actually do bring in a Justin Houston. So we have Justin Houston on one side. We've got Ronnie Perkins on the other side, or whatever edge rusher we get at that time. And they can develop and turn into possibly a star for us. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But for now, for Purple Rain podcast draft purposes, we're going to go ahead and select Ronnie Perkins, edge out of Oklahoma, and we'll see. We have trade offers from the Panthers and also from the Bengals. I don't think we're going to do business with the Bengals. But the Panthers, they want pick number 60 for 73 and 113. At this point, man, I think that we go ahead and reject these and just see who we have available.
What's our pick after this?
After this is the last pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 2-round mock. I mean, after this, we're not really going to know too many of these guys, so we won't really have too much to say. Plus, we're running out of time tonight. So let's see. This number 60 pick, what are you thinking, man? You think Asante Samuel Jr., BPA?
I feel like we've hit 2 of our 3 needs, receiver and edge. What's the last?
This is what we have so far. Terrace Marshall Jr. and edge. We have wide receiver and edge. The last glaring need, like you said, interior O-line. So are we looking
I really want Asante Samuel Jr. But I feel like there still is that need at interior O-line.
So, yeah. We've got offensive tackle here. Got a couple options available there. And then center as well. Josh Myers is still on the board. You think we go ahead and go with Josh Myers, or do we go with a right tackle or offensive tackle?
I saw people talking about go to the centers. I think it was Quinn Miners, I believe. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Quinn Miners, I think it was Trust the Bank Ravens Media said he was underrated. Positives: dominant small school blocker who has been on the rise since January, built low to the ground, bends his knees and blocks with good leverage, explosive at the point, strong and dominates opponents or controls them at the point, gets movement, run blocking, and steals defenders from the action or engulfs them altogether. He keeps his feet moving, works his hands, and blocks with a nasty attitude. I like that. Shows the ability to adjust and pick up blitzes or speed rushers, keeps his head on a swivel, and is smart as well as tough. Negatives: he's top heavy. Not overly effective in motion, not a true zone blocking lineman.
I feel like we got to go with this the interior line here. I really want to go Asante Samuel. I really want to, but I just feel like if we're serious about win now,
Yeah.
Gotta hit the needs. I think that's
Okay.
it. So I mean, we can talk about who we want from here, if they want to look at tackles too. But I think O line is. I'm
Okay.
feeling O line. What are you feeling?
I see. I think I'm gonna go O line here as well. I see our guy Ramey says he's on board for Asante Samuel Jr. Casper 215 says the same thing. TTB Ravens Media says Quinn Miners, his comp is Ryan Jensen.
Oh,
So that's interesting.
Super Bowl champion Ryan Jensen.
Yeah, Quinn Miners. Well, KLA Sports says Quinn Miners for interior O line. He's great. Went to a D3 school, but he contained guys at the Senior Bowl, and he benched 33 reps at 225. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
I think it's a win-win here. I mean, you don't lose with who's there. And Tavon Young, I don't, as much as I love Tavon, is he really going to be healthy this year?
Yeah. You know what? I kind of agree with you though. Like just take into consideration just how much Wink loves to blitz, right? We're the most blitz heavy team in the league, which means that when we're blitzing 5, 6, 7 guys, you know what I mean? We're going to need everybody else across the board to lock up man to man, you know? And if we can bring in an Asante Samuel Jr., a cornerback, say if Tavon Young is injury status, same thing with Jimmy Smith as well, we can kind of plug and play that guy and still have that lockup, you know, coverage in our secondary. So I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm kind of leaning towards Asante Samuel Jr., but at the same time, of course, we still really need that right tackle.
Okay.
And we need in that center.
I'm going full on Asante Samuel Jr. Let me give you my reasons.
Mm-hmm.
4th round, Ben Powers. 6th round, Bradley Bozeman. Keep on looking here. Just had some line guys. It's really about it, but I'm liking our chances taking a guy in the later rounds. I'm going to Asante Samuel Jr. because we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Our secondary gets depleted. No matter who we have, you got to have guys back there. And every team now is pass front or pass heavy. The Browns, not as much. We still got Odell and Jarvis, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm all on board for Asante Samuel Jr.
I like it. Let's do it. Yeah. So we're going to go Asante Samuel Jr. with this pick here. I think that's a good pick, too. I like that pick a lot. But that is going to do it for our 2-round mock there. And you can see the guys that we picked here. We got Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver out of LSU. We
traded down with the Saints. Traded one pick down with the Saints.
We did to 28, which was pretty good. I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver. Edge rusher Ronnie Perkins. We also got cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. as well. So those are the first 3 picks from the Purple Rain Podcast GMs for the Ravens 2021 NFL Draft. Let us know what you guys think in the live chat if you're watching the replay. Let us know down below in the comments. What is your grade for this draft simulation that we did? Of course, we didn't do the entire draft. Just 2 rounds, couple rounds. The rounds that people are going to pay attention to the most. How do you think that we did? Let us know down below. Like the video, guys. Like the video. If you're enjoying the content tonight, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Smash that like button, actually. And if you're new here, make sure you also hit that subscribe button as well so you can know every time that we go live and every time that we post a video. Ramy says, man, that's beautiful. He says that's an A- in his book.
Hey, listen, I'll take that.
I'll take that as well. I'll take that too. A-, yeah, A-. I like that. Yeah. So we did a pretty good job. Pat you guys, give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys did a good job. Shout out to the Rain Gang. We love you guys, man.
I'm still shook at how Devonta Smith was like 24, 25. Like, what?
How did
he drop that low?
Yeah,
and
man.
The Steelers out of every team. Come on now, dealing with them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. It's a lot to it, man. It's a lot. We'll see what else we have for tonight. Oh yeah, there was a little bit of a what do I say here? Hollywood Brown. Okay. He posted something on his Instagram today. Multiple stories on his Instagram, and me and Alex both found it very, very intriguing to see what he posted here. So we're gonna go ahead and share that with you guys here. You guys can see on screen. This is Hollywood Brown's story from today, and we're gonna go ahead and see all of what he was doing. He says he misses football. I think Lamar Jackson, he posted something on his story pretty similar as well. But look at this play. Look at this play right here.
This is the one. This is beautiful. This is like poetry in motion.
Oh, look at that route running. Jesus. Oh, my
Oh
goodness.
my,
Nah, we got to see that again. We got to run that back. We got to run that back, Turbo. Let's see.
oh
Look,
my
look, look, look,
gosh.
look. Look at this again, man. I'm loving the route to the outside, too, man.
He's catching that going upfield for about 15, 20 more yards too,
Oh, yeah. If
and not
Lamar
getting
gets
hit.
that ball out, in time, he's catching that ball like you say. He's turning upfield, too. He's
Oh,
turning
and there's
upfield.
nobody on that side too. Damn.
Yeah, and of course this is all practice and stuff. This is Ravens on Ravens. But listen, man, Hollywood Brown is special. Like I was saying earlier, he probably could be a number one receiver, or at least serve a purpose or a role that Tyreek Hill serves.
Look at this throw. Oh
Look
my,
at that throw! Oh my goodness,
he
bro.
hit
Let's
that.
go back.
He hit
We go back. We gotta go back. Look at what Lamar Jackson does here, man. I'm gonna pause it right here.
Okay.
This is Hollywood. This is
Yes, that's
Hollywood Brown.
Marquise.
That's Marquise. And this is Lamar dropping back and stepping up into the pocket. Look, he's got a free man right here. He's got a free man here about to hit him. He steps up and delivers just a bomb, a cannon down the field. A cannon. And he leads Marquise Brown. Hits him in stride. Hollywood does not
Right,
have to break
touchdown.
stride to catch that football for a touchdown. That's what you love to see. That's what you love to see, man. That one's a little bit sideways. Kind of hard to see that one. But yeah, man, there's big promise. It kind of reminds me, in due time, exactly, Hollywood. In due time, we will see you again, my friend.
That
Kind of
was-
reminds me of when the season's about to get started, and the Ravens, they post all those videos and training camp at the facility and everything like that. Everybody gets all hyped seeing Lamar throw the ball all around the field. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it, man. James Murphy says, when was this vid? I assume that it was sometime at the end, like towards the end of last season. I still saw Mark Ingram lining up in the backfield. And of course, the team hasn't gotten together to, practice or anything like that since the playoffs. So, yeah. Yeah. Kaylee Sports says, Hollywood breakout season. And Bryce says, Hollywood, my guy, man. Bro Moment says, Hollywood, you didn't just do that to him.
He
Yeah,
did.
man.
He took his ankles, left him on the floor. When he caught the ball, take it for 7 or for 6.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But I think my favorite part of those videos was definitely Lamar throwing that bomb downfield to Hollywood. It really just goes to show how much Lamar Jackson trusts Hollywood Brown too. Like, he has a lot of trust in him. He looks for him a lot, and he will not hesitate to turn it loose if he sees Hollywood Brown even a little bit open. Yeah, he'll throw it up. Our guy King Ivo says, "Sup, Sudden Death and Alex. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Appreciate you for coming through." All right, let's see. TTB Ravens Media says, "Is nobody else concerned with our cornerbacks getting their ankles snatched?"
Maybe that's why he picked Asante Samuel Jr.
Maybe. Our guy Gerald Lawson says he has a problem with you, my friend. He says, "Why are you
Me?
wearing an LA cap?"
I love the hat. I mean, I know it's not. I just like the hat.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right. Let's see. Our guy James Murphy chimes in and says, "Back again, fellas. Shouts from Oakland, California. Still repping the Ravens." Thank you so much for joining the stream tonight, man. Thank you, guys. Let's see. All right. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get into our question segment of the night. Unless you have something else.
And while they're putting them, we can talk about the Aaron Donald situation a little bit.
Yes. So we'll talk about the Aaron Donald situation. You guys get your questions fired up because that is coming right after this. So Aaron Donald, there was news that dropped yesterday that apparently he assaulted some guy in a club. Some story about he took some guy's bottle and then the guy confronted him, and then Aaron Donald just blew up his face. And it wasn't pretty. I don't know if you guys saw the picture. You saw the picture of the guy's face was all mushed up and everything.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can look it
Black
up.
eye.
You can look it up.
It was bad. Real bad. So I mean, what do you make of all this, though? What do you make of all this, though, Alex? Like, do you think that? What do you think happened, really? Like,
well, Roger Goodell, if you're listening,
yeah,
you need to punish him and send him to Baltimore on the next plane. Next plane, he has to be in Baltimore just to get punished.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with that. But I'm not too sure. Like this, there's gonna be videos that come out. There has to be. If it was at a nightclub, there's gonna have to be videos that come out, and I don't want to have an opinion until that comes out because we haven't heard anything from his side. They're keeping quiet. So,
yeah, man.
What do you think, though?
It's all very weird to me. I don't see a scenario where you're in a club and Aaron Donald just walks up to you, takes your bottle, walks away, and you try to like confront him like, "Yo, bro, like, I know you're Aaron Donald, but that's my bottle. I
Yeah,
paid for it. And then he's just like, oh, who are you? Like, F you. And then just like punches you in the face and
right.
follows up. Cause I mean, that had to be a couple shots to get him a black
That
eye
wasn't
like
just
that.
that
That wasn't just one shot. So he got beat up. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that Aaron Donald is beating up anybody unprovoked. With everything that's on the line in his life, like, why would he do that? You know?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. So I mean, I want to get more information on that before I can judge an opinion. But wow, that guy did not look good. Woo.
But Alex, what would you do though? You know, you're out at the club. Yeah, you're out at the club.
I'm not going to be there.
No. Just hypothetically speaking, you're at the club. You know, you're with your girl. Right? At the club, Aaron Donald. You know, he walks past your section. He grabs a bottle, walks off. You know, what are you doing?
What type of bottle? What type? Are we talking like? Is it how expensive is it?
Oh, I mean, you're in the club, so the bottle's like at least $200.
Okay, listen. All right, I'd be like, man, you can't take it. I mean, obviously, I would try to get it back because like he's disrespecting your manhood at that point.
Yeah,
you really can't just like let him take it. Like, I'm sorry, like you got to have some sense of pride. So definitely gotta like try to get it back. And if he says no, I'd be like, I'll snatch it from him. He's got to like Lamar Jackson open field, just start juking him out. Because hey, what did Aaron Donald do against the Ravens? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You get that bottle and you run like hell with it. Is it already paid for? Because if so, you just run like hell with that and you get the hell out of there.
Shoot, I mean, I think they make you pay at the end of the night, depending on what club you go to. But
I'm just
I
saying,
think
you can't let him take your manhood. Like, that's just disrespectful.
Yeah, that is very disrespectful. I think you definitely have to. You got to confront him about it and say, "Hey, man, that's my bottle." And if he's trying to like punk you and like no, like I'm not giving you this bottle. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try to take it from him. And if he tries to like hit me, then listen, I'm gonna go collect me a check. What?
Exactly.
Come on now.
This man just got paid the bank. They just
come on.
And guess what? My leg, it is broken.
It is broke.
Keep on running.
You know what I mean?
The elbow, it's hurting too.
My elbow, my cornea in my eye is scratched. It's everything, bro. Everything. I need that check for sure. Back up a Brinks truck, to my house. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. It's either you get your bottle back. It's either you get your bottle back from Aaron Donald, or you get a check for millions of dollars, or however much you settle for.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I see you guys in here. Let's see. TTB Ravens Media says sometimes you got to jump in front of a bus to get the bag. Hey,
exactly.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's gonna hurt, but listen, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Voice says, jingle the bells with a shoe, kick them in the balls. Oh man, that would wow.
Void. See, I can always count on Void for leaving us a memorable comment.
Yeah. Let's see. Bruh Moment says, I thought Aaron Donald was injured or something when we played the Rams. The man disappeared. Yeah, I mean,
he was in Marshall Yanda's pocket the whole game.
Talk about it, man. I miss that guy. I miss Marshall Yanda.
Who doesn't? Legend.
I know,
absolutely.
right? I know. J Prime says, I'm not dying over a bottle. Yeah, I know that's right, bro.
Well, I know we're not gonna die about it, but you can get hit, curl into a ball. You're in the club, so they can't really do anything else because people would have to break it up.
Yeah.
But think about it. Break the bag.
All right. Another thing, TCB Ravens Media says, I imagine Myles Garrett carries a helmet at all times at the club. That is hilarious.
I still can't fathom like that. He really tried to hit him with the helmet. Did hit him with the helmet.
That is wild. He did. Yeah, that's wild. But all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our questions segment of the night. If you guys have any questions for us, Simply AS10 and myself, Sutton Def, you can ask us that now, whether it be about Ravens football, whether it be about any other NFL team, whether it be about basketball, soccer, MMA, anything, any sport, or if it's even not about sports, if it's about movies, whether it's about food, whether it's about life, anything, you guys can ask us anything.
No animals, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. But you guys can ask us anything like that at this time. And if you are watching the replay, you're not watching live, and you do have a question for either Simply AS10 or me, Sutton Def, you can comment down below. So let's see what questions you guys have in the chat here. Chris Reed kicks it off. He says, how do you feel about Caleb Farley at 27 if he falls? What do you guys think?
What you thinking?
At 27, man, I just really think that we need that wide receiver, man. We need that Terrace Marshall. We need that Rashad Bateman.
The edge.
or the edge. You know, if it's
And,
not
and,
those two
and
positions,
but if there's
yeah,
multiple people there, I'm trading back
yeah,
because you get
yeah,
more picks. That's how I feel with it. If there's 4 or 5 people you really like, trade back, get some more picks, then you can get one of them.
yeah. So in short, no, not at 27, Chris Reed, not at 27. Let's see. Dylan says, "Do you guys like hockey? And if so, what team?" So I don't watch hockey like on the regular. I do have a team that I do support. I am a Philadelphia Flyers fan. I have been my
Very
whole
nice.
life. So yeah, I would go with the Philly Flyers for sure.
If anything, I go with the Capitals probably.
Okay,
So
okay. Let's see. Hoodie Ramey says NBA Finals predictions. Okay.
gotta be Lakers
Uh,
Nets.
that's what I'm thinking too.
I'm thinking,
The Nets just lost LaMarcus Aldridge. He just retired.
yeah, that was
So
wild.
yeah, all shout out to him, man. You value your health over
Yeah,
a game any day for sure.
yeah.
But in terms of the NBA final predictions, like Alex said, it's probably gonna be Nets Lakers. Who would win that matchup? I would probably go. It's so tough. It's so tough. If the Lakers are fully healthy, then I'm going with the Lakers because they are a deeper team. But if the Lakers are banged up pretty much anywhere, and the Nets have Kevin Durant and either Kyrie Irving or James Harden, if not all three, then the Nets could probably take that one. But nonetheless, it'll be a great series either way. So, all right. Next question comes from our guy Gerald Lawson. He's getting the prioritized
Bro,
super chat treatment. Thank you so much, man.
I told him. All right, he's cut off. He's cut off.
Thank you so much, Joe. We appreciate you. We really do appreciate
Thank you, though.
He says, "Do you see Lamar Jackson passing for 4,000 yards?" I'm gonna say no. Just because of the type
Higher
of
up,
offense that we run. 3,000, that's more realistic, but 4,000, that's more so for teams that like to throw the ball a lot more than we do. We're a running team. We do a lot of design runs with our quarterback on top of having two amazing running backs in J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. So I just don't really see Lamar Jackson getting the opportunity to pass for 4,000 yards. You agree?
100% agree. I mean, I'm gonna push 3,750, 800 to 900 yards rushing.
Okay, let's see. Anonymous here says, "Who would win in a fight? Sean Oakman, Lawrence Taylor, or Aaron Donald?" So
Lawrence
Sean Oakman.
Taylor.
You
I
think
gotta
Lawrence
go.
Taylor?
Him in him in the 80s, he was doing crack before every game. Bro, how are you gonna say no to that?
You're right.
And he was still like one of the greatest defensive players of all time. I'm going with Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. I'll probably go with Lawrence Taylor too. Close second, I would say Aaron Donald though, because Aaron Donald's he's a beast, especially with his hands. You ever seen his knife training video?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's wild.
He's dangerous. He's dangerous for sure.
Marshall.
Let's see. Next question. Kaylee Sports chimes in and says, "Since you guys don't know any of the day 2-3 guys in the draft, would you watch some film study on sleepers on my channel? Hashtag shameless plug." Kaylee Sports, of course, man. Drop your channel name in the chat so everybody can see. Kaylee Sports, he's a guy. He does a lot of coverage on. He's a really big draft guy. He's into the draft a lot. So if you guys want to check out some of the deeper sleeper prospects, check out Kaylee Sports channel, and he's gonna put that in the comment section below. Put in the comment section below, Kaylee. Don't put it in the live chat. We want it to stick. We want people to see it. Let's see. Brian 5200. I did not mean to do that. Says, "Yo, what's up, bros? First time checking out the live. I always have to watch the replay." Man, thank you so much for checking out the live stream, man. We appreciate you for coming through, my man. We have another super chat donation. This one's going to come from our guy Asmodeus again. Thank you so much, man. Every time, we appreciate you. He says, "Would you rather meet Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?" I don't know. I feel like I'd rather meet the Loch Ness Monster. Well, you got to think about the terms that you would meet these people or these things, these creatures on. Bigfoot, you're probably meeting on land where he's probably just going to destroy you. But the Loch Ness Monster is in the sea. So depending on if you're... Yeah, you can't even see it. But depending on if you're like maybe on the shore or if you're on a boat, it all depends. I don't know. I guess for me... Ugh.
I've met Bigfoot, and it's Robin Lopez. So I'm going Bigfoot.
Oh, well, there you go.
What is he gonna do? I don't go near the damn woods. He can keep his ass in there. I'll
you're
stay far away from him. He stays far away from me.
yeah,
We can meet. Not gonna be bad, but we can meet.
yeah. Thank you so much, Asmodeus, for your donation. Adit Mahmood says thoughts on the new Fast and Furious 9 trailer. Creative use of magnets in a car chase. However, the crew somehow got the super soldier serum and learned to fight like Jason Bourne. Wow, I have not seen the Fast and Furious 9 trailer yet, but Fast and Furious, they're really just milking that series now. They're milking it, man.
Well, who milks them more, Fast and Furious or Rockstar Games with GTA 5? Who's milking them more?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Rockstar does milk the hell out of GTA 5.
They do, but Fast and Furious, though, like
I've never seen any of them, and it's like there's a new one every summer.
Yeah. And it's funny because Fast and Furious really used to be more so about like racing and stuff like that, but now it's just more so like just an overall action movie, but there's cars involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've kind of gotten away from the original premise of like the series. But man, GTA 5, they've been milking that since I was in high school, my man. Like since I was a senior in high school, they've been milking GTA 5. But yeah,
I was like middle school or something. Like,
yeah, man. That's I don't know. That's a good question though, Adit. That's a good question. All right, let's see. Bryce H says, "Who was on crack?" The famous Stephen A. Smith line.
The Lamar Odom. Wow.
We do. All right. We'll take a couple more questions here, guys. I think we have another super chat donation coming from Darius the Official. Says, who cuts the best haircuts? I say Dominicans are fire. Man, Dominicans, I know they got them sharp lines. They be having them real sharp lineups. I do know that. But I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I've gotten my hair cut by a similar demographic my entire life, and that would be a black male. So I really don't.
The way you said that.
I mean, I'm just telling the truth, bro. Like, I mean, yeah. So, what about you, though? What do you think? Who cuts your hair?
Now I have a nice Nigerian man. Great guy. We always talk about soccer.
Okay.
I mean, but it depends because you can have anybody. They can be good or they can be bad. So I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. That's a great question. I think we got to get like a poll of it. Like, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, we will. We will. King said these questions get weirder every week.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right. Let's see. Mark Lopez says, if Bateman and Kwity Paye are there at 27, who are y'all going with?
I don't think Bateman.
No, not Bateman?
I don't think so.
Why not? What's your reasoning?
I feel like he's Rashad Perriman 2.0. I'll be honest.
Do you really think that?
I really do.
I don't know, bro. I feel like his route running is really good. He has some really good route running, man. Like some of the best in the draft.
I'm worried about it. See, I'll be happy whoever they get. I'm going to support them, but I won't be mad, but I won't be like ecstatic. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got Justin Jefferson 2.0. No, I won't be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just come and find out in 2 weeks. Why not?
Come and find out in 2 weeks, man. We're going to be live here on the Purple Rain Podcast channel covering the draft. So make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not already subscribed and you've been watching this video and you're like, hey, I kind of like these guys, remember to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be coming out with Ravens content, NFL content, just going for it. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button on this video as well. Our next question comes from Dylan. It says, can you guys go live with Engraven draft night so we can hear everyone instead of clicking back and forth? Hey, man, Engraven, he's got his own thing going on, as do all the other Ravens YouTubers. So, I mean, you might just have to click back and forth that night, man, because everybody wants to do their own thing. So, and, respect to that because we should be. Everybody's working hard. So let's see. We'll take a couple more. Void says, what pets do you guys have? I have a dog. His name is actually Alex as well.
And I have 2 cats who are sisters.
Yeah. He's a cat guy. Yeah.
More than just the animal.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other questions we have here? Void says, would you have a venomous pet?
Bro,
No, I think I can speak for
no.
both of us
Void,
there.
Void,
Yeah.
please. I don't
Yeah.
know. No. Why would you want a venomous animal in the first place? Why?
All right, so let's see. Gerald, another one.
Bro,
He's
oh
coming
my
in
God.
again.
Bro.
Again. He says simply as 10 and
Gerald,
sudden death. If the Ravens win the Super Bowl, you guys are going to be upset because the GOAT is dropping a blessing. Oh man. Gerald, we hope that you would be
Gerald,
so
listen.
kind enough to stick with us to the Super Bowl, all the way to the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome.
We
Go ahead,
love
bro.
that, but you've given enough to this channel. We thank you enough. I mean this from the bottom. We thank you
We do.
enough.
Yeah.
But this is I'm at a loss for words right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can't appreciate you enough. We can't say thank you enough. We really do appreciate you, Gerald. Bryce says 1 million up front or dinner with Jay-Z. I'm definitely taking the $1 million up front over talking to Jay-Z for 45 minutes. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even think there even needs to be an explanation.
And when you go to dinner with Jay-Z, he's like, you should have taken the $1 million. Because
Right,
probably
exactly.
just have on you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the $1 million. Let's see. TTB Ravens Media says, I love Bateman. He's going to be nasty. Yeah, I really do think that Bateman will be good wherever he goes. I saw a couple of mocks that had Bateman going to the Titans. That is very possible, guys. Rashad Bateman or Terrace Marshall. One of those guys might go to Tennessee.
Corey Davis.
Yeah, they did lose Corey Davis to the Jets, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see. We have another chat. Did I miss a chat? Let me see.
I don't think so. I think you're all good.
Oh, super chat? Okay. I didn't miss any super chats, but all right.
You're good.
Okay. Christopher Swain comes through with his weekly question. Jason Bourne or James Bond? James Bond, man. You already know. But let's see. We'll take one or two more here. Gerald says, I'm going back to work. You guys have a good night. Take care, Ravens Nation.
I think
Thank you, Jared.
I think that should finish us off. I think we should have that be the final.
Yeah. I like that. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys so much for participating in the question segment of the night. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream tonight. If you are watching live, if you're not watching live and you made it all the way to the end, listen, between you and me, you okay with me, man. You're okay with me. And I appreciate you. Alex appreciates you. The Rain Gang appreciates you. We love all you guys. We appreciate you guys for coming out and supporting us consistently. Thank you guys so much. We can't thank you guys enough. But this has been episode 43 of the Purple Rain Podcast. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like this video and subscribe. We're going to catch you guys in the next one. Alex, you can go ahead and take us out.
And as always, thank you for coming through. Like we said, episode 43, the Justice Hill episode.
You know what's next.
I think I'm going to pull something out for it.
Yeah.
That's just me. But, and as always, you got to stay positive. While testing negative.
Testing negative.
And my phone just rang. Who do we have to call?
Most importantly, man, you know you got to call God, man. And we're going to catch